Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Being from the teaching background, I understand, or I should say, I'm familiar with the problem that is very common nowadays: lack of concentration. Before moving further with the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Now, during the PTM sessions, parents often come to me and ask me, ma'am, what can we do to enhance the concentration of our kid? And I have seen teachers also giving such kind of feedbacks or suggestions to the parents during PTM, that your child seems distracted, your child is not able to concentrate during the class lessons or activities. Now I'm going to ask you that, have you ever wondered or thought that what is the permanent solution to this problem? The problem lies in the approach by which we are analyzing this whole situation. Now, what went wrong is, since our childhood, we have been listening to the statements or phrases, I should say, like, why are you not able to concentrate? Why are you so distracted? Can't you focus? Our parents often said this thing in our childhood, or generally parents say these things to their kids, expecting that scolding or instructing might bring the desired results. But have you ever thought that no one has taught us how to concentrate, or what is concentration? No one has taught us how to master it and practice the skill. Yes, my dear friends, concentration is a skill that we need to practice and acquire it in our personality. You cannot expect someone to do something if you don't teach them how to do it. So, if you want to teach concentration to others, you have to teach it to yourself first. Then only you can teach it to others. Now, once you get familiar with the concept, what is concentration, the next major step is to learn how to practice it. Because without practicing, that knowledge that you have acquired won't be of any use. Friends, you must have heard about that phrase, practice makes the man perfect. Imagine if you not teach your kid how to concentrate, he will keep on practicing distraction throughout his life. And there's a point in his life where he becomes master of distraction. So it is very important to acquire the right skill at right time in ourselves. So now I'm going to share some amazing tips with you all, which will help you to learn what is concentration, how you can develop concentration, and which will help you to find a permanent solution to this problem. The first tip is not meant for the kids actually, but when they will reach to the right age, you can share it with your kids as well. The first tip is all about learning to control your mind. Friends, let me tell you, generally what happens is we are under the control of our mind. But if you learn to control your mind, you can basically start instructing your mind rather than getting the instructions from your mind. It will make your life super easy. Now, controlling your mind will help you to reach your desired result, or I should say to reach your goal with much ease. Now, how can we do that? How can we control our mind basically? We have set a particular goal. What we have to do is just to repeat that goal thrice, 4 times, 5 times, as many times as possible. You just need to remind yourself about that particular goal. Keep on repeating, so that what will happen, your mind will start going or moving in that particular direction only, and automatically you will be able to focus on your goal and on your set task. So here's the first step. Let's start controlling your mind. Moving on to the next step, that is, do one thing at one time. Now, there are so many other activities associated with this step, but I'm going to share which is my favorite. What you have to do is, you have to set a slot in your schedule. And in that slot, what you have to do is to make a conversation either with your parent, your partner, your friend, or your kid. And the only rule of this activity is that you are not allowed to do any other task while having that conversation, and you are not allowed to use any of the electronic gadgets. Now, this tip or this activity works very well with kids. Trust me, kids love when someone listens to them. Now what you have to do is to just have a conversation with your kid and try to find a deeper meaning with which you'll come to know what your kid wants to convey to you. You'll understand better. There will be a better understanding between you, between both of you. Moving on to the next tip. The third tip is have one meal alone. Now generally what happens, we take 3-4 meals in a day. Now what we have to do in this particular activity is that you have to sit in a room alone and you have to take your meal alone there. While having your meal, you can show your gratitude towards God, that I'm thankful that you have given me this opportunity to have this meal. Or you can enjoy each and every bit of that meal, because there is no one around you, you're not conversing with anyone, and there is no electronic gadget around you. You're just enjoying your food, enjoying each and every ingredient and its tastes. Now you can take this or you can use this activity with your kids as well, but aware them before having this activity. Just aware them that I am going to ask few questions and you have to take this meal, you have to have this meal alone. Once your child will be over with his meal, what you can do is you can ask question that how was the dish, what all you had eaten, what all was there in the dish, what was the color of the dish, what all did you like about that dish. So what happened, this awareness will help them to concentrate having that meal alone, because they are aware that mama is going to ask few questions from me. So what they will do, they will focus over their meal and they will enjoy this meal, they will enjoy that meal properly. And this work for every one of us. So start using this and start experimenting this activity. The next and the fourth tip is to remove anticipation from a particular task. Now what's the solution for the same? What we have to do is we have to find innovative ways to perform that similar task. And how can you do that? You can do it either by changing the way with which you are doing that task earlier, or you can change the setting of doing that task. For example, a kid is doing his homework daily in the same notebook, and he's losing interest in that, in doing that homework. That means he's anticipating by performing that task. So what we can do is we can replace that notebook with a whiteboard. Now, changing the setting will definitely help him to enhance his concentration, and it helps him to hold his interest to that particular task. He will now able to focus more as we have changed the setting. He's doing the similar task but in a different way. So changing the setting helps you to remove anticipation associated with a particular task. Now the last and the fifth tip for today is taking baby steps. Now what you have to do in this, that you have to plan small goals to reach your bigger goal. And after achieving one particular small goal, what you have to do is you have to give yourself incentives or some reward or any kind of appreciation that you like. What will happen after receiving those incentives is that it will help you to enhance your motivation and it will boost your confidence. This thing brings wonderful results with kids because kids love to receive incentives and appreciation. Automatically their concentration will go in a particular direction, and this will definitely help you as parents, and this will definitely help them to reach the particular goal, that is to improve their concentration. So that's all for today. Hope you will like all these tips and you will experiment this in your daily life. What you can do is take 1 month time span and then record your observation, and you can share the same in the comment section given below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Stay tuned for the next video.